Okay, guys, I have to apologize. This is Zoom. So let me share the screen and let me go back. Okay. So guys, now the next exercise, someone is coming, right? We have to write the comparative out of these adjectives. Number one, or the first two adjectives are sold. So tall here, I have to say taller because it is only one syllable. Expensive, in the comparative, I have to say more expensive. So these are the two adjectives. What about hot? What is the comparative?
Hotter.
How can I write it?
Hotter.
Exactly.
Because we have a vowel.
So double T-E-R, exactly. Cheap.
Cheaper.
Cheaper, thank you. Simply add ER. Exactly. Nice.
Nicer.
Nicer.
But R. Only R, amazing, because the adjective has already E letter. Wet.
Wetter.
Wetter.
T-E-R.
Again, how can I write it?
Double T-E-R.
Double T, amazing. So don't forget to duplicate the T. Exactly, and add ER. Warm.
Warmer.
It is something normal, so warmer.
More.
Cold.
Colder.
Colder.
Colder. Coldest. Exactly. Polite.
More polite.
More
More
polite.
polite. We have polite. So two syllables. More polite.
More polite. Okay.
Exactly.
More
Beautiful.
beautiful.
More
More
beautiful.
beautiful.
Exactly. More than two syllables. Bad.
Worse.
Worse. Exception. Good.
Better.
Better.
Better. Exception. Thank you so much. Now, let's try to practice more exercises about comparative.
Teacher. أنت أحسن حدا بيشرح هيك شيء بسرعة بنفهم عليك. ميرسي.
Thank you so much. I'm really happy because I heard these words. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, because we don't live in London and Paris, so I don't think that we have to discuss this exercise. Okay, now, guys, we have exercise number 4. Exercise number 4, again, is talking about comparative. So we have to complete the sentences by writing the correct comparatives. Absolutely, the first one is solved for us. So notice, guys, it's cheap. I simply have to add ER. And easy, because easy ends with Y. I replaced it with I, and I added the ER. So let's complete listening and write the correct comparative. So now, guys, we are only talking about comparatives. So it is 9.4. Amazing. We have started with 9, Unit 9. So let me open Unit 9 and let me play recording 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is it.
Tape script 9.4.
So guys, let's listen carefully. Number 1.
Well, I like both London and Paris, but they're very different cities. Take transport, for example. The metro is cheaper and easier to use than the underground.
This is 1.
And the weather, well, Paris is certainly hotter than London.
So,
Hotter.
and how can I write hotter?
H-O-T-T-E-R.
Double T, amazing. Double T, because consonant, vowel, consonant. Now 3.
And Paris, in fact, is wetter than London.
So,
But
Wetter.
wetter. Double T, amazing, thank you. Why? Because consonant, vowel, consonant. Exactly, so wetter. What معناها guys؟ إما رطب برافو أو مبلل. I'm wet أنا مبلل. The weather is wet الطقس رطب. So but
in London, there are more wet days.
what?
More.
More wetter.
More wet days. There are more. Exactly. Now 4.
What about the buildings? Well, People say that the architecture in Paris is more beautiful.
Is what?
Is
More
more
beautiful.
More
More
beautiful.
beautiful. Why more?
because
Beautiful,
Beautiful.
syllable.
Exactly.
More than 2 syllables.
More than one syllable, so I have to say more beautiful, more wonderful. Someone
Yes.
is coming. Let me accept. Who is coming? Ah, Nahil. Holy God, Nahil is late. Okay, so this is 4. Let's complete listening, but
But the buildings in London are more interesting.
more what?
More
More interesting.
Exactly, and the adjective interesting absolutely has more than one syllable. So I have to say more interesting. So this is interesting. Someone is coming. Someone is late. Let me accept this one who is trying to enter the meeting. Hamad, holy God. Okay, so now we have to listen to 5.
And living in the two cities, well, life is faster in London.
What?
Faster?
Faster, exactly. Life is faster. So faster in London. 6.
And the people. Londoners are generally more polite than Parisians.
So
More
More
polite.
polite.
more polite, thank you, because it has more than one syllable. So more polite. Now 7.
People in London work harder and they earn more.
What?
Harder.
More.
Harder, exactly. One syllable. So
Earn
simply
more.
and exactly earn more. So earn more. Now finally
In Paris, having a good time is more important.
is what?
More important.
More important, exactly. So you notice that important has
بدك من
more
وين
than
يعني؟ من مطرح هون.
maybe you are talking to your kid.
فوق
Guys, please let me check.
انطري.
Hiba, Jamila, maybe you're talking to your son. Okay.
sorry sorry.
Don't be, God bless him, by the way. Okay. Still, we are in comparative. So again, guys, we are comparing things. Now, guys, we are comparing cities. So let's listen to 9.5 and complete the comparison. Notice, guys, the first one is sold. For us, I said old because old is only one syllable. And don't forget the than again if you are comparing two things. And I said more modern because, guys, modern has more than one syllable. Be careful. Modern. Now 2. So it is 9.5. This is recording 5.
Tape script
تيتشر هلا نحن
9.5.
أول شي سوري على السماعة.
مم.
تاني شي إنه نحن مو مفروض نحفظهم كلهم، مش هيك؟ إنه نحن بنشوف الرول وبنطبقها حسب ما هي.
برافو، فقط الرول.
أوكي.
فقط يعني يمكن جايز يكون عندي أنا 100 example، خلص بما أنه بعرف الرول قادر حل ال 100 example. So only
أوكي.
yeah, exactly. Only you have to apply the rule. وأكيد guys ما ننسى exceptions. تقريبا بكل rule بالإنجليش language في exceptions. لو ما في exceptions كانت اللغة كتير سهلة لأي حدا. يعني حتى باللغة العربية في عنا بعض exceptions وأكيد بدنا نكون حذرين exceptions. Okay, so 9.5. Let's listen.
Comparing cities. 1.
New York is older than London.
So this is number one, older than.
No, it isn't. New York is much more modern.
اوكي احيانا guys انا بدي اضيف صفة اكثر من more modern. I said what? Much more beautiful, much more expensive. So you can here if you notice اكيد اذا بدنا نعبر عن اكثر او اكبر فبنلاحظ guys much much much. اوكي
وهي بتنحط مع كل الناونز يعني.
exactly. بس
اوكي.
احيانا بتكون اكبر من انه تكون الوصف العادي فانا بدي زيد بعد وصف وبحط more.
اوكي.
So much more modern. Two.
Two.
Tokyo is cheaper than Bangkok.
No, it isn't. Tokyo's much more expensive.
So
much more expensive.
cheaper
برافو
أول
هي
شيء
More
expensive.
it's
cheaper
cheaper
than.
than. Exactly. So cheap add er. This is it. One syllable.
cheaper than,
Exactly.
more
Here right.
expensive.
More expensive. And notice I said much more expensive. Much more expensive. This is it. Now three.
Three.
Sorry. Wait. Let me close this window. And let's go back.
Seoul is bigger than Beijing.
No, it isn't. Seoul is much smaller.
So
Is bigger than.
is
Bigger
bigger
than.
Much
Smaller.
smaller.
much smaller. فبنلاحظ guys انه الماتش مع irregular smaller وحتى مع irregular more. So I can add much. So bigger guys, don't forget to duplicate G because vowel consonant vowel consonant. And don't forget the than because I'm comparing, please. And I said much smaller, so you have to add ER. Now four.
Four.
Johannesburg is safer than Cape Town.
No, it isn't. It's much more dangerous.
So
It's safer than.
Safer than.
safer
Safer
than.
than.
Exactly. Simply add R because the
Safer
adjective
than.
has already E, safer than. And the next one is
It's much more
More.
dangerous.
Much more
exactly. So dangerous. So I have more than one syllable. I have to say much more dangerous. Much more. And I have to write this adjective. Five.
Five.
Taxi drivers in New York are better than taxi drivers in London.
No, they aren't. They're much worse.
So
Better than.
better than. So notice that good is exception. Better than.
Or better than.
better than أكيد. better than. برجع بقول guys than if I have two nouns. So better than taxi drivers. We have drivers, and I'm comparing the two cities, New York, London. So better than taxi drivers in London. No, they aren't. They are much,
Worse.
much worse. Exactly. Much worse.
Worse.
Worse, exactly. وأكيد guys,
Worse.
you have to know how to write it. Worse with E, and worst, delete the E, and write T. Okay, guys? Yeah, this is it. So this is about comparative and superlative. And as you notice, guys, I can add much if I want. So much more beautiful, much more smaller, and something like that. Okay, so this is it. Please, as I told you, I'm going to send a page about comparative and superlative to you. Be careful because it is really important. Now, instead of discussing have got, because I'm planning to delay this to the next class, let's talk about superlative. So we noticed that in the beginning we discussed the comparative. Now it is the time for superlative adjectives. Now we have adjectives and we have to write the superlative of these adjectives. Big is sold, which is biggest. Don't forget to duplicate the G. Popular.
Most popular.
Don't forget the most popular,
The
but
most.
the most
most.
popular. Exactly. So the most popular. Why? Because popular has more than one syllable. So most popular. I know. Okay. Next we have busy.
The
The
busiest.
most
The busy. The what?
um,
The
The
what?
busy.
Busy.
The
yes.
busy, yes. Don't write must because it is regular.
Okay.
Please.
I
How can I write busiest?
B-U-S.
B-U-S-I
Amazing.
E-S-T.
E-S-T.
EST. So busiest, busier, busiest. Now, what is the superlative of good?
The best.
The best.
The best of the best. Thank you. So the best. It is the best. So again, guys, these are superlatives, and don't forget the. Absolutely. Okay. Let's try to summarize and think, guys, we have to stop because we can complete the next class about have got. Okay. So notice in the grammar spot, guys, absolutely, we're still talking about superlatives. Now, the rule is saying here we have comparative and superlative. Let's discuss both of them. Again, what is the comparative of small?
Smaller.
Amazing. And the superlative
Smaller.
of small?
Smallest.
Smaller.
Smallest. Thank you. What is the comparative of expensive?
More
Ex-
expensive.
More
Yes.
expensive.
And the
Most.
superlative,
The most
The most
expensive.
the most
expensive.
expensive. Amazing. What is the
Hotter and hottest.
Hotter.
Mhm.
Yes.
The
So
what?
easy
Hotter.
or easiest.
It is hotter, the hottest.
Hotter.
Exactly.
Hottest.
And
Easiest.
Easiest.
Easier.
what?
Easiest.
Exactly.
Easy
So easier,
or easy.
easiest. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
More
Finally,
beautiful.
beautiful.
More
More
Oh,
beautiful.
beautiful.
The
beautiful.
most beautiful.
The most
The most
beautiful
beautiful.
one. So this is it. So guys, again, be careful. And as I promised you, I'm going to send the page to you to be able to revise the lesson. Okay, guys.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, guys. I have to leave because I have a
Thank
class
you,
at
teacher.
8. Thank you so
Good
much,
night.
guys. Let me
Thank
wish
you,
a good
teacher.
night for you. Thank you. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye, 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 bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.